Hello people and welcome back to another video of Lootun. I just wanted to give you like a quick overview, like a guide thingy about some of the systems that I haven't really explained that much because the game is not that great at giving you example or giving you a good introduction at what the systems actually mean, how to do them and stuff. Like you really need to read the tooltips and just figure it out yourself. But also what's really good is the glossary, because here you can have a list of all the game mechanics and just read over again. So that's very nice. Also, if you click on spoiler mode, it just shows you everything that you haven't unlocked yet. So that's also quite nice. But yeah, for the beginning, if you want to make a new character, you just choose a name, and then you can change the profile picture. You can even upload your own one if you like, and then you choose one of the 4 classes. It doesn't really matter what class you choose, because you can change it later. But also each class has 3 different subclasses, which you see down here. And yeah, if you have the skills stay the same. You have default attacks, offensive cooldowns and defense cooldowns. This does not mean, like when I started, I thought I can use all of these skills because I had the option to level all of them up. So, but yeah, that's not the case. So let's just go on and you start seeing a new character. You can unlock, I think, well, a lot more. Let's just see how many. I think you can... Oh, okay, that's the maximum. I see. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. 18 is the maximum. And you pretty much only get 4 mission slots. Mission slots is when you look in combat, you see 1 here, no, 5 mission slots, sorry. 5 mission slots. But you have more characters because there is raids, and raids can have 6 characters at once in one team. This only has 4 because yeah, my 2 guys are carrying and I don't even need the other 2. So yeah, but that's just for it. So when you start off, you don't have any gear besides like the basic stuff that you get sent on the mission with, and no cooldowns. The fastest at the beginning, you will just want to equip all the gear you're gonna get, and then you should get stronger and stronger. And then when, let me just let them go. Then you should just start choosing a mission. Of course, if you start off, you go for the level 1. You just select your characters you want to put there, put them here, and then you can later on you can choose a different flask, which also give you extra bonuses. What I say about flasks is most of the time, if you in the beginning, it's okay to use the flask of healing, and even regeneration. No healing. Let's talk about healing and resurrection. These are good for the early and mid game because they only have a charge limit. For example, the Flask of Resurrection only has can be used once per mission loop. That means if you have fighting a boss, then and the battle goes on for longer, you are not gonna be able to keep alive if you die once. You most likely will die again. So this doesn't really have effect. So you want to go for flasks that give you boosts for the whole mission loop. For example, you should go for power, strength, and speed, because these give you faster kill times. Faster kill times means you get more loot. You want to get more loot so you can get stronger. Yeah. But yeah, if you're struggling with missions, go for the defensive ones like resistance armor, protection barrier, yeah, abrasion, and maybe regeneration as well. If you're also farming and you're feeling strong enough, you're just over leveled, then you should just go for luck, fortune, and yeah. I think speed is like the best overall, in my opinion. Speed and power and strength. You want to go, and then just fortune or luck. I don't really know what fortune and luck do in general, but I know they probably give you better chances of loot, finding better loot. But I don't have a differentiation between those two. So yeah, you can also make flask groups here on the left side. And here you can save your team, your loadout. If you have like, just put some here, then you save it here on 6.6. Yeah. And then when you just go on, you can just load and all the characters will come in. If you have characters that are on the mission, they can also, you can also just like put that. One character is already engaged in the mission, would like to recall them. Then you can recall them and put them here again. Then you have the option of restart mode, non on defeat, smart, and first death. What you want to do is when you're leveling up characters, you go on first death. That means the quest will restart as soon as one of your characters dies. Because you want to level them up, that's the best thing. If you're just trying to farm and beat the stages and just get the extra loot from the boss, you go for smart restart. Smart restarts will start the quest again if you either if you're completely defeated or if you actually clear the last boss, and then the mission loop starts again and it will restart. So your team is full HP again. I always use smart restart. That's except if you want to level up a character. Of course, if you should have your first party, just 3 guys already leveled up to level around 60 to 80, and then you should get your 4th guy. Your 4th guy will be very weak. What you can do is send him alone on level 1 mission. Yeah, he will have to gather his own gear. He will have to level up himself. But yeah, for the beginning, it might be okay. But then if your party gets finally level 100, then you are strong enough and you should start picking 2 characters and just putting them in to level him up on stronger state. For example, let me just pick this guy out. If I start going like this, yeah, you know, my character can actually hold his own, but then he needs to farm gear. He gets level 1 gear and it's gonna take, look at that, he's not making any, it's gonna take some time. I don't know why it says level 1. Oh, because I named him for 500. I'm so stupid. Okay. Why is he 1000? Level 1000? Like what? No. Yeah, he's level 1 and it's gonna take a whole bunch of time to level him up. So this is not very efficient. Of course, yes, if you already have your guys on level 100, then what you want to do is go on mission, go for like a level 100 mission. Let's call it like that. Prepare, put one of these guys, and then put put these guys, and then you go for first death and begin. And then what you want to do is probably can't because they're dying so fast. Okay, so it would actually, you can readjust the area level. So the monsters will have a different level. For example, if I just put them on 110, so they will be 110. Usually you want to have the auto level up. And as you can see, he's already level 100 because it's just, yeah, super fast if you actually have characters built. It will not be as fast when you get your 4th character, but it will go so much faster than having him level alone again. And yeah, you usually want to have your auto level up because then the monsters scale to the same level as your party. So yeah, that's, or the highest party member, of course. Once you reach level 100, as you can see, also you have an exclamation mark next to your name. which means you have ability points active. Also, you need to auto cast. If you have upgraded your barracks, then you will be able to use your skills. As you can see, I can use my skills just by clicking here, and it will auto cast all my skills. You need to activate this. If you have a plus on your skill, that means you can also level it up. Press right button on the skill and then you get into the menu, which means you have a mage passive. You have here the class change. When you get level 100, you need to change your class so you can actually progress further. I'm just gonna use whatever. And then you get more passives. Yeah. And so here for the passives, I would of course say that health regen is a must in the beginning. Also, it's nice to get extra health between health multiplier and health points, but it depends on the class that you're playing. Damage, you want to kill stuff fast, so you want to go for damage, attack speed, and later on double damage, but then you go for melee or ranged, depending on what skills you use, because skills can also be different. For example, this is a melee skill, even though it's elemental or cold. It's not a ranged skill. It's not a magic skill. This is a magic spell and the fire element. So you need to actually read what your skill does. And then you need to invest skill points into them. For example, you want to go fireball. You have more chances to hit an additional enemy, or you want to do more damage. But this is only for 50% of the HP. So, and then you can, these linked skills means that you have to put 1 point into one skill and then you can use the other one. That means for some of the, what is a good example? With right click, you can always reskill. Yeah, you can always remove the points again and just quickly, or just, press on this button. There are other examples. Wait, let me find an example. Oh, I think this one might be. No. There is another example where you can't, like, you have two options. This I think, right? Yeah, exactly. So Maelstrom can't be allocated when exclusive passive mana bump is allocated. Here you have to choose either these two or the bottom two. So you have to make a choice here. Some of the skills, for example this one, changes your meteor fire skill into arcane. So you get a different element. It means you can also, you also need different skill multipliers. Here you don't need you need arcane instead of, what is it, fire, right? Yeah, fire, exactly. So you want to take this into consideration. What else is there to say? So, changing skills, of course. I struggled with this at the beginning. It was never really explained that I can actually change my skills, because I thought I can just level up all my skills and they would be all be used because I didn't know better. And yeah, how do you change skills? You have to end the mission, because skills cannot be changed while in the active mission. So you just go on here and go end the mission. Or you can also request, if you request a pause, the game will stop at the end of the mission loop. Here it takes like 50 mission loops, so this is not feasible at the moment at least. And then you go here and you just click on them, left click, and then you change the skills to whatever you want to use. I would consider going with the same element as I said in the previously. For example, here lightning, and then some defensive skills, whatever you would like to use actually. If you want to go a little bit more offensive, I like to go more offensive, so I use something like stun, or give more debuffs on the enemy, or just help myself regenerating some barrier. It depends on your playstyle. You really just need to read what the skills give you and then decide what you want to go with. You need to read a lot. And you will unlock more stuff over the time. Here, the faction cooldown will unlock later. And yeah, and allocate, don't forget to allocate your points from the skills you're using. Yeah, not just randomly. This doesn't apply to anything. You actually need to invest in the skills that you're using. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, this is just so. Then you have a skill level. Every character has different skill levels. For example, Fireball is already at level 11. My Thunderbolt isn't leveled up because I haven't used it. The Thunderbolt gets mastery bonus. Every skill has mastery bonus or skill effects, yeah? And if you are using the skill more often, you get more mastery points. So it gets stronger. Here, for example, I get more damage while using this more often. The maximum you can get is level 30. As you can see, level 30. This one has level 40 because I'm using the gem Mastery Focus, which gives me plus 10 sweeping judgment mastery levels. So this gives me extra damage. If I'm taking this one off, I'm losing 20% extra damage. So these mastery gems are very nice. Your default attacks will do the most damage and the skills are complementary. But yeah, keep that in mind. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much all there is for skills or for the basics. Of course, oh yeah, really important, the scrapper. Just let me, you can just, if you press this button, you can move all your inventory into the scrapper. This means if you have looked at it, you can just go ahead and discard everything. It won't discard like chests or stuff. Yeah, but you can, for back options, just press a right button and it will unlock contents. Yeah, just, you can change what you want to have the bag unlock for you. You can automate a lot in this game. You just need to click on the right buttons. For example, here, what you wanna, yeah, filter, max itemization, minimality, and then the level, and then yeah, a lot of stuff you can choose here. And you can also sort the items by name or by other stuff if you just press here. Then item comparator. Now I don't have items. But yeah, if you go here, this is the main tool. You get a list of all of your companions, and then you can choose which guy you want to equip stuff. Gives you comparison of every character, which is really, really nice. This is the main menu where I always equip my stuff. The game will give you a recommendation. This guy says he gets the most bonuses, so you can equip the item immediately. That's the rank commanded action. The game will also help you. Or you can skip the item, which just lays it in your inventory and nothing happened with it, or you can scrap it. So you're actually just gonna go for these three buttons always, yeah. Or you can just go best equip all. This might be fine until you start like actually putting on a build together. This button might also be fine. It's very convenient, just clicking one button and everything is handled with it. But the game will also prioritize defensive stats. Yeah, if you get more defensive stats, then the game will say, "Wow, that's green, that's good, so I equip that instead." So your damage will get lower if you only go for the best equipment. Yeah, keep that in mind if you don't want to min-max. So scrapper, very important. Here, the automated settings. Of course, you want to enable this first, otherwise it's not working at all. Then, yeah, here you can choose the default items. Default item is just whatever you drop, nothing special. And I would recommend setting that. I mean, you can at the beginning you don't want to scrap anything. Yeah, you're just gonna leave it at that, and then if you are done with the uncommon things, you're just gonna press that and go down the list, yeah? Until I would I don't know if you would, if you even should discard the mystical stuff. The mystical stuff is, like I said in my last video, is very good, and you probably need some of this for good builds. So yeah, might want to leave that out. But this, for default items, it doesn't really matter because we're looking for special items. Special items mystical, you should put it on legendary because it will discard everything that is legendary. Yeah, auto max scrap means it will discard legendary. If I put it on mystical, it will discard mystical. Yeah, keep that in mind. So don't wonder yourself why it's discarding everything. Yeah. You can also change the level, but I would not recommend this. Also, what you should keep in mind, if you're level 100, you drop level 100 stuff, yeah? But my stuff is level 150. So if you're between 100, level 100 and 150, you should wait until you get 150 to get the max stats of all your equipment, or slowly phase out the lower level equipment afterwards, yeah? Because they have just a little bit lower stats, and the most of the game you will spend at level 150, and that's the end game. That's when you really start looking for good gear and making stuff happen with that, finding a good build. Before that, it's just like equip what's best, and yeah, you can just use the you don't really need to use the blacksmith a lot. I didn't, so you should be able to get there without the blacksmith, or using it very minimal. So, and then relics, of course, these are very good. You want to always, I think the max rarity is mystical, so you want to keep this at legendary because you can't get divine items from this, and if you put it on mystical, you will discard everything. So I think you just should leave it at legendary. Tools, you also want to go with none at the beginning and then slowly move up the ranks. Gems, of course, same as that. I'm just gonna discard everything because I don't care anymore. Nemesis items is the same as for special items, but Nemesis are just a little bit... they have an extra... They already have an enchantment from the blacksmith. Let's call it like that. The same for enchanted items and paragon. Enchanted just means they have reinforced. Nemesis has Nemesis, Paragon means Paragon. But yeah. Stall tools is another tool. Just what you get from agony raids. Not raids, sorry. Agony missions. Professions. You want to invest in this as soon as possible. The more you unlock, the higher your gold income is. Gold is very important in the beginning. You need that a lot. And you also want to get more of these materials so you can get more upgrades. So you want to focus on getting the profession hall, and then focus on getting these mine, forest and farm upgrades as fast as possible so you can progress faster. This will help you a lot. You should always prioritize in the beginning the upgrades tab. Try to get the material that is necessary to build most of the stuff. Like the alchemy hut is not that important in the beginning. A community project, you only need level 2. Gem cutter does not matter. Yeah, does not matter until very late. Armory doesn't matter. Artisan hall. Yeah, level 1 or 2 is enough at the beginning. Yeah, this is for later game. And the rest, this is also very late. Treasure, I mean, I like this treasure dummy. It drops, gives you some extra drops. So this is okay. Map, this is very important, map expertise, because map expertise is this here. This is map expertise. Yeah, map expertise. Every mission has... No, this not. This also not. No, this is different. Okay, it's only for this map. Okay, it's not for every mission, no. But here, if you look at map expertise, this, you want to invest into this one. A great threat. This reduces the number of stages that are required to fight the mission boss. The mission boss drops extra chests So you want to always finish the mission boss faster. To get there faster, you want to reduce the number of stages. Then I like to use the treasure amplification. This is my second choice, to get more treasure dummies because I just like them. And then I would go with one level of nemesis amplification, empowered amplification, rare amplification, magic amplification. Then I think you have enough points. And then if you have enough points, you just go max out double trouble, yeah, to get more. This is at the beginning, this might be too tough to these two levels you unlock later anyways, and they might be too tough in the beginning. They will slow down your runs very much, or you're just gonna die because of two bosses if you have a very weak team. So you might just wanna skip these and just focus on maxing out all these four. Yeah. And you can also equip like more fate. I never would suggest picking these four, because they make monsters not spawn, means you get less good loot. It's just not why would you do this? Yes, you go faster, you can get a little bit more experience maybe, but it's, you want to go for loot in this game. This game is called Lootun, not XP-tun. Yeah. And then, yeah, later on you can also, like, I like to max out all of this. For example here, just max out this, and then, yeah, afterwards this. Wealth isn't really like, I never really struggled with that, and this is just, this makes it a lot more stronger for minimum benefit. You don't need to level these maps so much. Probably everything level 30 should be enough to progress, yeah. At some point you won't need any more items or any more stuff here. You're just gonna skip that, because you can just go bounties and they're gonna do the same missions. As you can see, they also have they have a different variant. They are cold affinity and rare affinity. Yeah, magic, cold, and weakness, exactly. And then you drop specific items, and of course you drop items that you, when you kill monsters in the stages. But you get these bonus materials then. Here you wanna invest into increased quality of bounty rewards, yeah. And then you wanna which one was it? Rewards, yeah, fortune, these two, very good. Increase the bounty rewards but higher, yes, this one, and yeah, bounty exclusive. I mean, you're just gonna unlock these after a while. Just keep on grinding. The experience I don't find that valuable, and this chance is quite low. Not that, yeah, this is not, I mean, I would go for these two, and then some nemesis loot and some exclusive bounties. Yeah, but you will get there eventually. Don't worry too much. It's just a waiting game at that point if you're getting there. Once you get to the blacksmith, you can also activate auto socket equip. You have to go to the gem sword and just click it here. Also, there's a, I think there's a, wait, there should be an option. Wasn't there an option to click on? Yeah, yeah, exactly. This is the option, auto socket equipment. That means if you equip something, the socket will be instantly. For example, if I put on, this one has potential sockets for the 4. Wait, just no. Put it. Me put this there. Of course, it doesn't work because I'm trying to show something. Wait. There we go, 4 sockets unlocked. As soon as you unlock the sockets, you will unlock the gem swords. Because if you put a gem in there, you can also put it in here, but it's not gonna be activated. Yeah? But if you put it on there, where it's unlocked, then you get the adaptive damage, yeah? Very easy, just like that. Then I could also show you the blacksmith. You can craft gems actually. You can craft, I think you can't farm these. You have to actually craft these on the list, if I'm not mistaken. And they have a nice set effect. For example, if I craft this one, yeah, mastery levels all your skills. That's quite nice. Gives you extra damage. It's pretty good actually. And yeah, you just have to like see. For example, gain 10% of your elemental resistance as penetration. That means you want to go for a lot of resistance so you get stronger. And yeah, that's about it for gems, I think. Not much more to say here. Is there something else I should talk about? I think I talked about everything else. Yeah, the rest is not that important. You will figure it out on the fly. I talked about this. I think the blacksmith. Yeah, it's not that important. At the beginning, you will unlock it gradually. So yeah, I think that's about it. Let me know if you have any more questions or something I could try to explain in more detail. And I will try my best to answer question. Yeah, if you have any more questions, just write them down in the comments. And I hope I can help shed some more light on the game and see, yeah, if I can help out. Also, yeah, if you clear 5 mission loops, you get extra rewards. So you can, yeah, you don't want to change always to the next quest. You actually want to keep farming one quest so you can have the extra bonus and get more loot that way. Oh, that's a nice extra. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one and see you soon. Bye bye!